Hello, you beautiful people. I was going to watch Ghostbusters and I thought no, because I didn't actually tell you guys I wasn't streaming this week. So here I am. And just before going live, I remembered a video by Shinobi was to actually take your photos in colour and in post editing, you change it to black and white. So let's give this a go. So this is going to be my first picture. And I'm generally quite happy with how that's set up. So we've got foreground and you've got the scarecrow, which is your mid-ground, and then you've got the planes and you've got the buildings in the background. There's quite a lot of 3D nature, and this is something I've been experimenting with over the last week. So I'm just thinking how to approach this picture. I feel like it just needs brightening a little bit. And again, it will give me the ability to adjust later on. I want to drop the saturation. Not that brightening would have adjusted that, but even so. For noir, black and white, you want to have high contrast, but I'm not going to actually play with that. I'll do that in post editing. So I don't need to do the temperature or anything like that, simply because it's, well, it's going to be black and white, so there's no real point in that. So now I have to consider the portrait aspect of it. I may just, I can't pull back any. Let's do field of view then. Just to give me room. Go in a little bit further. So I'm still going to crop round about the same area. But I wish to have, maybe not. No, I wish to have a good bit of space, so I should remember, or I'll hopefully remember, to crop it just above. If you see the blue and white face in the left of the bottom middle of this picture, so just above that I'll need to crop, and that should get a fair amount of it. And I'll most likely put the scarecrow on the left third, because even though it's quite a cutesy environment, with the bombs, the building in the background that looks like a mushroom cloud, and just the conflict behind it with the bombs and so on, having the scarecrow look out of the frame will add to the tension of the picture. Could be interesting. I am still sort of in the photo mode of a game I've been playing this week, which is Cyberpunk. So control-wise, I'm sort of dialed into that, and I forget that this one doesn't have a key press for photo mode. So I like that angle. I don't like the building behind it, so I'm going to do the field of view. Remembering this is a slow process, so I will have a drink. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to have a look on my on this channel and see if I can find the actual channel name of Shinobi. And it is, well, let's just go through history. Shinobi's Virtual Photography, I think is the name of the channel. Yes. Shinobi Virtual Photography. That's the one to check out. He's a fantastic YouTuber. He's a really good channel. He truly does understand what he's talking about. Whereas for me, I'm sort of documenting my journey in discovering virtual photography. So let's have a look at the different f-stops, because I do want to keep the, or the energy coming out from that explosion. But I just didn't want that building in the background, so I'm quite happy with the level of blur I've put in there. And I feel this would work quite well in black and white. So I'm going to lose some of the blood that's coming out. So that very last bit, which is parallel to the wing, that's what's going to be cut out of this image. And so, because the main thing is the the twisted blood spurts, and I'm hoping that will give me some of the explosion in the crop as well, and that just fills out the story more than anything else. But you've got to experiment with these things, because again, how often are you going to have this opportunity? Something like that may be a bit more interesting, because the other angle, yes, it was cool getting the cockpit and the propeller, and it was quite artistic. I found that it was a little bit too cluttered as an image, whereas having the cloud, the plane, and I may not get all of it, because the one dropping the bombs is the most interesting part. I'm going to increase the brightness. I'm not going to increase the brightness. Now I can. Something like that, but I want to drop the highlights, which again is a different photo mode. This game doesn't have it, so let's just get that shot. Rather enjoying this. And again, thinking black and white. It's going to be very difficult because we can't do up and down. What I'm looking to do is frame the atom on the far side in this atom, like that. We are going to first adjust the field of view to make sure I can get all of this atom in there, and then I'm going to work on the focal point. We'll go with a 2-point f-stop. I'm going to go backwards, see if that's actually any quicker to what I'm looking to achieve. Because again, I'm just pressing this button. And I'm hoping by blurring it out, it will make the atom in the background stand out more. My word, this is a slow way to do anything. And I just don't trust the autofocus. It has had very erratic effects. So that's what I'm looking for. As you can see, the atom at the background has certainly become clearer. I'm going to adjust the brightness a bit more. And I'm just bring that around more. I think that is like straight on. That's what, well, it's not exactly what I was looking for. But I did want a picture of this little dude, because he is rather epic. So we're definitely going for the full, well, not full, but a much wider field of view. Things I'm going to explore with is really low down angle to get more of the fire. And what I did then is I just moved, because some of the fire effect was affecting his right arm, so it was just losing some of the clarity to it. raise up so we can get the flick of the fire. And again, these are things that I imagine will work well in black and white. Oh, we've got one. To give you an idea of what I'm thinking. I will most likely go for a higher contrast than this, and possibly a strong vignette as well, to get the look that I'm going for. But yeah, that gives you a rough idea of where I'm going with this. I'm quite happy with that vignette. I'm going to do an F4 stop, and I'm going to put the focus just behind the robot. Oh, my drink seemed to have evaporated, because I clearly didn't drink it that quickly. Let's just tap that button really quickly. I'm just going to wait for because he's, or it is already in focus. Now the spray is, and by looks of it, everything else is. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Let's bring that back to a much narrower, and then continue. Till those things are sharper. Rubbish. The field of view didn't work too well, and I'm not going to waste any more of your time, so let's get that shot. The whole point of this stream was to get some photos to experiment with. So I wanted to come up with some pictures where I would be able to focus on changing them to black and white. Now I've already, as you can see here, I've changed the contrast up to 60 just to bring out more detail in that mountain in the background. I've increased the brightness just now, but that's pretty much all I'm doing. Again, I'm keeping in mind that these are going to be portrait for my King of Etiquette Instagram page. And I feel that oh, wait a minute. Just need to get rid of my character. I've got a few pictures, but the problem with playing this game or streaming this game for virtual photography is there's just too much going on. So I'm going to stop this series, and I do apologise for those who've been following it just for the game, but it's not conducive to what I do. As you can see, I'm barely capturing any pictures, and it's just because I'm spending more of my time either avoiding or killing robots. So that will be the end of the Atomic Heart stream, but I hope you do stick with me to watch some of the other subjects that I cover, and I will be playing games like Cyberpunk. I've already started a game, so it's not going to be a series. I'm just going to do a few little ones. I'm going to do Cyberpunk. I'm going to do Spider-Man as well. I will show you Mad Max, which is quite an old game, but it is a good one. And as always, I will get these edited, put them onto Instagram, and remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye.